Kasper, with a bit of time having passed, how do you reflect on the other night?
Listen, it was always going to be a difficult game. We knew that. It's one of those, I think, maybe from the outside people expect us to go and win these games, but having been in the game for so long, you know these games are always going to be complicated. And at that level, you come up against teams that are very well organised. I always say it, there are no easy games, and we didn't expect an easy game. You know, would we have wanted to do better? Of course we did, but it is what it is. And the good thing is, the positive thing for us is we know exactly what we've got to do. There's no tactic within the tactic. You're not going there defending a 1-goal lead or something like that. You got to go and win the game. So in that sense, you know, I think it's actually a positive in that side.
Possibly from the outside, maybe based on Celtic's previous experiences against opposition like this, it felt like there was an onus on winning convincingly at home. Do you think that's maybe where the disappointment comes from? I take it you guys still believe you can just go over and win the tie over there?
I think any time Celtic don't win, it's a disappointment. That's the nature of this football club, and that's why I love it. That's the pressure that we play under every single game. Even sometimes when we win, we'll come off feeling a bit disappointed. So that's for me. I can only see that as a positive. It's because of people know what we're capable of, and when we don't always play up to our capabilities, then of course we're going to be disappointed. But at the end of the day, this is the final stage of the Champions League qualification. So to get to this stage, any team that we play has got to be very, very good. So for us, we're very confident in our own ability. I know that we can win any game if we play the way that we want to play. And like I say, I think the tie is perfectly poised for us because we know exactly what we've got to go and do.
Feels like the atmosphere in the stadium the other night, though, was probably about more than that 90 minutes. Clearly there's a frustration from the fan base that the squad's maybe not where they wanted to be. You could hear the chants and so on. As an experienced member of this squad, how do you handle that? Because it's been a largely positive experience for you so far in your Celtic career, hasn't it?
Very much so. I mean, that's our biggest strength is our support. You know, the passion of the fans here is unrivaled. And you know, I understand their frustration, their expectation. But what you got to realise is football is not just as simple as going and spending and buying. You know, it's a complicated process. And you know, I have every faith that the club are trying everything they can to progress and to strengthen the way they want to strengthen. But football isn't just that easy. And I understand the impatience of it. We all want instant success and we all want things here and now. But it's a process. And for us as players, you know, we got to go and do our job on the pitch. And I think when I look at the quality we already have in the dressing, we've got more than enough. So any additions that do or don't come, you know, that's up to them, and we. I mean, I have full confidence in them. There's a reason Celtic have been successful for such a long period of time. It's because they do know what they're doing. So yeah, I think just a bit of patience and we'll see.
Kasper, do you think that if you go over to Kazakhstan next week and win, that some of that fan discontent will quieten down straight away? I think almost fans will relax and think we're back in the Champions League. It's where we want to be, and the club can continue to progress.
Yeah, listen, the club is progressing. We're always progressing. Like I say, that's the nature of this club. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been successful for the length of period that it has. And of course, we want to be in the Champions League. But like I say, you've got to also remember there is an opposition who are trying exactly the same as us, and they aren't a bad opposition because they've reached this stage as well. So you've got to treat every single game on its merit. You've got to treat every opposition with respect. But like I say, in our minds, if we play up to our capabilities, then we'll give anybody a game. So I only see it as a positive that the expectation is there, and the I don't know what you'd call it, the trepidation of, you know, we want to get there, but that's because we know how good we can be, and I love playing with that expectation. I think wearing a Celtic jersey, that's what you've got to get used to, because the club has been so successful for so many years that they want to continue that success, and that's what you, as a player, at least for me, that's one of the things that enticed me to want to come and play for this club.
How does this weekend's game, tomorrow's game against Livingston, fit in between such a, you know, sandwich in between two huge ties?
Well, it's just as important a tie. Again, I'll go back to, I've said this many times in many different occasions. As a footballer, your job is the next game. You know, we can't be thinking about the Champions League now. We have to think about Livingston, because if we take our eye off the ball there, then we risk not getting the result that we need, and it's a massively important game for us, because we're building and we are fighting on lots of different fronts in cup competitions and in the league. So this game is vitally important, and we're treating it exactly like that.